Honey, how's that drink? Going down seems a little stiff for 2 p.m. Holler if you need anything, I've got an ear to lend. I'll be right here cutting lines, counting cash and stocking beers. I've got an idea what's on your mind, so in the meantime think on this. I've seen girls like you in here before, watch broken hearts break through that door a time or two. And I bet he packed all his things. You set out to curse his name and have a few. And I bet you're doing your best to move on. Well, you're not the only lonely one. I feel like if this message is for you, then you are in a period of feeling lonely. You could have physically just had a breakup. You could have physically lost someone. I just got a notification. Or you could just be in this period of feeling like you're craving like human interaction, you're craving intimacy, you're craving a connection. And specifically, I feel like this message is for you if at this point in time you are feeling it heavy. Like when I was working out today, normally my playlist is all full of gospel because, you know, I like to get in that state of gratitude while I'm working out. And this song randomly was on my playlist today, and immediately channel message heart felt so heavy. And I was like, damn, I know I have to put this message out today. And so, number one is that even though you feel alone, you're never actually alone. 222. And this is something that it took me a while to actually grasp. But once I did, it felt amazing. And so, number one, first and foremost, like I said, even if like right now I'm sitting here in the car with myself, I mean, I have you in my presence, right? But number one, you always have God right there, right? God is always with you. Even if you don't feel like you're as connected as you should be, even if you feel like your relationship isn't as strong as you would like it to be, or that it needs to be, God is always with you. And so usually during these times, it can get real difficult because you end up feeling like there's nothing going on right for you. And for somebody who is craving that connection, craving that intimacy, and they are lonely, just know like everything is going to happen 333 the way it needs to. You're gonna get it when you need to get it, right? But right now, the reason why you haven't gotten what you need, right, is because it could be time for you to work on God, right? The same if you just went through a breakup, right? Now is the time more than ever that you should be leaning to God, that you should be turning to God, right? And work on that relationship with Him, right? Work on loving God, work on loving yourself, and strengthening that connection. And, you know, if you lost someone a different way, like through death maybe, and their absence is what's weighing on you heavily, then again, this is that time for you to be really leaning on God. And what I have to say to that specifically, if you've lost someone to death, is even though they're not here on earth, they didn't actually go anywhere. And the reason why I say that is even though we're all here down on earth, our souls are still in the same place. They're always in the same place. And just because the human meat suit expires, your soul is still in the exact same place that it is and that it was. And so, we're just soul extensions down here. And so that person is still very much exactly where they always have been. And that's, right here in your heart and, up there. And so when we talk about loneliness, I feel like a lot of times when I do hear people talking about feeling alone, I think about when I used to really feel alone. And I used to think about all the times where I didn't have anybody. And so, I became my own best friend. And when you're okay in the presence of yourself, 555, and you start really having a relationship with yourself, you start to view certain things differently, especially when it comes to human connection. Because then once you start, forming this relationship with yourself, when you start forming this relationship with God, you're like, damn, well, I love myself and I love God, and I'm doing all of this stuff right for myself now. I'm putting myself first. I'm doing these things with myself. I'm not just looking, right, like if I go out to lunch, I'm not just looking at it as I'm going to eat food. No, I'm looking at it as I'm going to take myself out on a date, right? And so I'm sitting there and I'm vibing by myself, right? I'm happy, I'm cheesing, I'm sitting there eating my food, I'm having a good time. I'm on a date with myself, right? Or you could look at it on the flip side, that God is taking you out on a date, right? And it's always hard. It's always hard, especially I feel like to listen to somebody talking about it if maybe, they're not currently in the same boat as you are. And I've been there so many times. I've lost so many people, whether that be through, like breakups, whether that be from death, whether that have been from, just me having to cut people off because I realized that they were not what was best for me. Now more than ever, this should be the time for self-reflection. Because when you are feeling this heaviness, when you are feeling all of the feelings in your heart that I feel like come with loneliness, you're in a beautiful position. Like, yeah, it sucks that you might be crying. Yeah, it sucks that you might feel down, 808. But this is the time where you can really dive in and start healing some things that need to be healed. This is the time when you can really boss up. On the other side of heartbreak, there is always a massive transformation, and usually this is where you see what you really have, because you can take two paths on this one. You could sit there and you could feel sorry for yourself. You could sit there and not do anything and just lay in bed and not do shit. Or you can start making change, bruh. That's when you start changing your habits. That's when you start changing the way you view yourself, the way you start viewing the world. That's when you start realizing that you have way more power than you think you do. And being alone isn't actually being alone. So there's no reason to be lonely. There's no reason to feel lonely, because you have so much with you. And I just want you to stop and think just now, like right now, right? Even if you do feel alone, right? If this is coming across your page and you feel like you don't have anybody, it's 111 as I'm saying this, right? Even if you feel like you don't have anybody whatsoever, right? I want you to think of God, right? Source, the Most High. And I want you to think of all the angels right there alone. You have an entire army with you. I know y'all heard that bird chirp. Maybe you didn't, but You have an entire army with you. You have all the love and support that you'll ever need in this lifetime. You'll have all the comfort you ever need. You'll have all of the what am I looking for? It's 10:10 as I'm about to say this. You have all of the connection, all the love. Fuck, what's the word I'm looking for? You have all the company you need. Now, you know, humans are physical beings. We do need human like interaction. Like we crave human interaction, right? We wanna associate with people, right? But what I want you to do is, I really want you to look at how you treat yourself. I really want you to look at your relationship with yourself. And I want to know if you actually love yourself or if you just pretend like you do. If you actually love yourself, or do you go the extra mile to show God that you do actually love yourself? It's 11:11. Do you actually take care of yourself? Do you take care of your mind, body, and soul? Do the choices you make and the actions you take align with those values of someone that does love themselves? And then on the flip side of that, the people that you allow in your life, do their actions, do their words, actions, everything, do they align with what you would have for people that come into your life that align with that of you loving yourself? Or let me rephrase that. Are you letting people treat you in a way that is inconsistent with how you would treat yourself, right? Are you letting people treat you as less than you treat them? 12:12. And so I think once you start looking at certain things, especially these ones right here, I think you'll start to change a little bit of the perspective. And I think that once you start really like looking at people and seeing how they move, seeing how they operate, and seeing what their interests are for you and how they act and show up in your life, I think you'll start to reconsider how much company you really want to have. I think that you'll start to notice that some people, they're really only around you because you have good energy, and they don't have good energy. And they know that you have like unfiltered access. Like, I'm just gonna call you out, bruh. Most of the time you just let anybody in your energy. 13:13. Most of the time you leave these doors open for people to take energetically, and that is not a trait of somebody that actually loves themselves. Somebody that loves themselves is always going to protect their peace. They are always going to know what their worth is. They are always going to know what is above or below them, right? And so being a people pleaser, nah, bro. It's not you. It's not self-love, right? The other thing I wanted to say is, and I said this on one of my other videos, if you do feel alone right now, and you know you're watching this video and it resonates for you, 1414, there's other people right here in the comments right under this video that feel the same way you do, potentially. There are other people that you might scroll down and you might see a comment and you're like, damn, I'm going through that right now. Why not reach out to that person? You never know. Like I said, you could find somebody to talk to. You could find anything. You could find a new partner and somebody to talk to. You could just find a lot. Also, 1661 could be significant for you. But, or 123. But but we have the community. And I know a lot of times the subconscious will be like, oh, like, don't reach out to that person. Like, you don't want to reach out. Like, that person's not going to talk to you. But you would actually be surprised how many people will actually respond to you if you're trying such a thing, 15-15. You would really be surprised how many people would take the time to sit there and either pray for you or pray with you or respond to that message or that comment. You would be surprised. Now, for my page, like I said, I try to get to most people, but it's hard. Like, there's so many of you that, like, I barely have enough time right now to try to like everybody's comments. So there's a lot of comments that are going unliked, and because I do try to interact with y'all to show y'all that I don't just post and then just forget about y'all. No, I'm trying, bro. Excuse me. And so right now I feel like you're at a massive shift. You're at a massive point, like a massive shift is occurring. You're at a massive point in your life. And I feel like the season that you're about to enter requires a brand new version of you. And this loneliness is just one of the obstacles. It's one of the stepping stones, something that you have to overcome, because the highest version of you will never feel lonely, even when they are alone, right? The highest version of you is going to feel content, is going to feel at peace, is going to bask in the knowing and bask in the love of themselves, and for God and of God, right? And so I feel like you specifically have a lot of abundance coming your way. And so whether you knew it or not, I feel like God was like, yo, like, I see that you have like X, Y, and Z that I'm getting ready to do 17-17. So I'm gonna have to hurry up and get them into shape. I'm gonna have to hurry up and get them in order the way that they need to be, because I feel like that was weird. I just felt like a tickle on my lower right abdomen. But yeah, I feel like right now, like, you're just being prepared, because I feel like he's sitting there and he's like, yeah, like, I got some things, and they're not even knowing that it's gonna come. But I had to remove these people. I had to remove this person. I had to do this so that they could not only get closer to me, not only get closer to themselves, but also get closer to me. And I need them to go through this level up. I need them to go through this shift, because I have something ready for them, and it's going to completely change everything. But the way that you get ready for this is through heaviness in the heart, is through loneliness sometimes, is through sadness sometimes, is through part of me wanted to say depression, but it just doesn't feel right, because it just doesn't feel right, because I feel like depression, I feel like people that are depressed are in the state of like fueling the sadness. Like, it's almost like they're in it, they're in the sadness, and then they keep like perpetuating the sadness. I don't want to say that. And so if that's you, don't do that. But you have something. You have something that God is preparing you for, and there's no need to feel anything but happiness. Now, I know heartbreak, obviously you're gonna feel heartbroken. Jordan, what do you mean I should feel happiness? I've always said this, especially on my spiritual journey. I absolutely love getting my heart broken, right? Let me unpack that. I fucking hate getting my heart broken, but I love it at the same time. And the reason why is because I know that after all of it's done, after I alchemize, after I heal everything, that I'm going to be a stronger version of me. It was 2020 as I was saying that. That I know that I'm going to be a stronger version of me. And I know that for whatever reason that it happened, for whatever reason that I'm in this space of not feeling the best, that is an opportunity, that is a test from God for me to pull myself up, to look up, to pull myself up, and to keep going, to rebuild, to mend what I felt like was broken. But it was never really broken, it was just going through the changes. You know what I mean? Growth hurts. Not all the time, but growth hurts. If you woke up, God's not done with you. If you woke up, he's not done with you. And if he's not fucking done with you, what does that mean? That means you have fucking work to do, bruh. If you woke up, you're winning. If God woke you up, he still has work to do. You still have work to do. And he wants you on this earth. And so even though it doesn't feel the best being alone, even though it doesn't feel fucking good if you lost someone, or you just broke up with someone, or someone just broke up with you and left you in the fucking dust, 22 as I'm saying this, even though all those things, bruh, you are in the fucking vortex right now. You are in the transformational zone, and the you that comes out of this period of time is gonna be a fucking boss. Stop fucking playing with me. Is gonna be a fucking boss. So there's no more time, right? If you're fueling depression, if you're fueling sadness, if you are sitting here looking at your situation and you're looking at it from the glass half empty, if you're looking at it from the motherfucking pessimistic point of view, it's time to flip it. It's time to flip it. It's like MRT, master resiliency. No matter what is bad, no matter what bad things are going on, you can always find something good. Hunt the good stuff. That's what they always said in MRT training in the Army, or MRT in the Army. They always said, hunt the good stuff, hunt the good stuff. No matter what's going on that's bad, you can find something good that's happening in your life, or that happened for you, or something. You can find something. And so I hope this message gets received by the people that need to receive this. I hope that we can get a little community going on. I hope that I can see y'all talking to each other in the comments, helping each other out, and I hope that y'all stay strong and stay positive. And you know what, I usually don't pray for people. I'll do like a little prayer and be like, God, like, help them or whatever, but we'll go ahead and pray for y'all right now. We'll switch it up for once. 24. And so, God, right now I ask you to touch the person on the other side of the screen right now. And I ask that you show them the way that you show me. I ask that you show up and you show out the way that you do for me every single day in their lives. If the person on the other side of this screen, if the people on the other side of this screen feel like you don't show up in their life, then I need you to give them that sign. I need you to show up for them. I need you to communicate to them the way you communicate with me. I want you to show them the signs. I want you to send them the messages in their dreams. I ask that you help them right now clear the heaviness in their heart. I hope that you clear any negative thoughts. If they are being afflicted by demons, by like negative entities, however you want to look at it, if they are being afflicted, I ask that you cover them, that you help them break free from the chains that the devil has tried to place on their mind and on all areas of their life. If the person on the other side of the screen feels like they've always been alone, I need you to show them that they're not alone. I need you to show them that you're always with them, and I need you to show them that they have legions of angels here at your disposal, ready to help them, here to serve all of humanity. I need you to speak to them. I need you to boost up the love that you send to them on a daily basis. I need you to physically touch their hearts, either while they're praying, either while they're meditating, while they're sleeping, or maybe even while they're just doing their normal day-to-day basis, like their normal daily activities, or maybe while they're listening to this right now, and maybe they just feel it. Maybe they're just like sitting there and they get goosebumps, or they're like, they just see something and it's just like, oh my God, like that was my message from God. I need you to show up for me right now, to show up for them. And I really need you more than anything to help them see why they're going through what they're going through right now. I need you to help them. I need you to help them get to where I'm at in my relationship with God, with you. I need you to help them build that foundation. I need you to help them get to that level of self-love that nobody can take advantage of them, that nobody can harm them, that nobody can do anything unless they come for the highest good, unless they come with your blessings, with your energy, with your love for them. And I ask right now, some of y'all aren't going to like me for this, but I ask right now that you remove anything from their life that is not of their highest good. I ask that you remove anything, any person, any job, anything from their lives that do not serve their highest good. I ask that you remove everything and everyone that does not walk with you, that does not walk with your energy. And I ask that you remove anyone and everything that does not wish to see them walk the highest path for themselves. Right now, I ask that you take people's masks off so that they see the true people that are around them. Right now, I ask that you show every single betrayal. I ask that you show every single discrepancy with every story, with every action, with every facade that people try to put on for them. And I ask that you give them the clarity of mind, to give them that discernment, to be able to make choices that align with the highest version of themselves. I ask that you cover them right now in a golden white protective light with spikes on it, so that when the devil and his associates even try to touch this person, it inflicts pain upon them. They have no choice but to run in the other direction. I ask that you make them shine so bright with the fire of your light that demons are blinded in the presence of this person. I ask that you really touch this person right now. I ask that you show up and show out. I'll say it again. I ask that you show up and show out for this person. And I ask that you help them. And I ask that you send them their soul tribe. I ask that you send people into their lives that are meant to be there, that walk with you, that walk the highest path for themselves, for you, that are going to help push them to walk the highest paths for themselves. Right now, I ask you to touch each of their hearts. Amen to that, right? Amen to that. But much love to everybody as always, and I hope y'all have a blessed night.